Welcome back to the Sherwood Urban Farm. In today's video we are going to have a look at companion planting, and what we're really going to look at is this a myth or is there scientific evidence to back it up? So let's start with the basics. What is companion planting? So the idea behind companion planting is that if you plant certain plants next to each other or within the vicinity of each other, then they are going to benefit each other by maybe deterring pests or enhancing growth or improving flavor. I mean, that just sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But the thing is, while companion planting is very popular, the scientific evidence to support this is very thin. Many of these plant pairings are actually anecdotal. They sort of like a garden folklore kind of thing, or maybe it was really poorly observed by some gardeners and there was no actual scientific evidence to support it. So for example, this idea that basil makes your tomatoes taste better. It's a charming idea, but there is really absolutely no scientific evidence to support that. I think what would be nice, I mean, if you plant the two together, then you harvest them and you put them in a salad together, that's going to be a very nice taste. But as far as enhancing the flavor of the actual tomato, no, there's no evidence for that. In fact, all that this does is, when you think of when I think of companion planting, I get overwhelmed because in my little backyard, I have got so many beds within which I can plant in. And if I have to consider everything that can and cannot be planted together, then it is absolutely overwhelming. And then I think, oh, maybe that's why it wasn't growing well, because I planted this with that. But actually, there's just no evidence to support that. But that being said, there is evidence where some plants, for example, sunflowers, release certain toxins into the soil. And if you plant within 30 to 40 centimeters of the sunflower plant, it will inhibit or even prevent germination so it will inhibit germination or prevent germination or inhibit growth of the plants within that area. So that is something that is scientifically proven. So this phenomenon is called allelopathy, something like that. You can search it. But that is for real. This is scientifically proven. So are there any proven pairings that really do enhance each other of crops? Well, there are. It's not really pairings. It's more like, for example, legumes are nitrogen fixing. So they are able to sequester nitrogen out of the atmosphere and then deposit that into the soil. But there's a whole scientific thing behind that. And it doesn't always happen. It depends if it's got to have these certain nodules on the roots, and it just gets quite complicated. And then what also influences is the general health of your soil. Are you watering properly? What is the climate like? So all of these things do actually influence whether or not a legume is going to enhance the growth of your sweet corn. Another example of a plant that actually does benefit other plants is marigolds, but not in the way that you think that they're going to deter aphids and stuff, because you know what, I've actually had leaf hoppers and what was the other one, red spider mites on my marigolds, so clearly that wasn't helping at all. But their roots do secrete a certain toxic substance into the soil which will help with root nematodes. So if you have a problem with root nematodes in a certain bed, you can plant a cover crop of marigolds, and then they will either suppress their ability to reproduce or they will actually kill them if they come in contact with them. So that is something that one can definitely consider. The better thing to do to get more out of your garden is intercropping. With intercropping, what that is you will plant variety of plants together within a bed. Let me take you to go and show you what intercropping actually is. This bed is a beautiful example of intercropping. If you have a look over here, I have a calendula. They are just beautiful and they attract the pollinators. Then next to it, I have got a variety of lettuce. In the corner here, I have planted a brassica. You see the space around the brassica? So that is because it is going to get really big. But I have got 3 pea plants, and they are going to get trellised up like I'm busy doing with this one. So in the corners I have a brassica, then I have got the 3 pea plants, which are going to grow up anyway, so then they won't be overshadowed by the brassica. And then on this side over here I have Swiss chard, and they are spaced about 20 centimeters apart so that they can grow up and have enough space, and they won't, by that stage then the lettuce are going to be almost done for harvesting once these get really big. And even if they're not, it's fine, it will fit, they will all fit in. And then in the middle I have onions, because onions take really long to get to maturity, and so I can leave them in the middle there. I don't have to, it's not like I've planted a crop in the middle which I want to reach all the time and get to. Those can just stay there for the full 6 months that it takes for them to grow. So while the idea of intercropping sounds really intriguing, and you just want to actually have the best kind of harvest that you can in your back garden, there isn't really any scientific evidence to support it. What is scientifically proven is intercropping. Intercropping and maintaining a healthy soil, feeding your soil with compost, and even if you're making compost teas and stuff, that's going to improve your harvest. But companion planting, there really just isn't anything to support that. So just remember, when you're planting your sunflowers or things like walnuts, we don't really plant that in South Africa, they all have the ability to inhibit the plants around them's growth or even germination. And if you think I'm wrong and you're a firm supporter of companion planting, leave a comment. Let me know, how do you do it and how does it work out for you? Or did it not work out for you? If you found this video helpful, then please share it with your friends and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.